Good afternoon. I'm Donald Bobbitt, President of the University of Arkansas System. To all University of Arkansas Grantham graduates, your parents, families, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests, I'd like to welcome you to the UA Grantham's very first virtual commencement ceremony. I'd also like to reiterate how proud we are to have been able to bring an institution as highly recognized and accomplished as UA Grantham into the University of Arkansas System during this past year. For those of you who aren't yet familiar with the UA system, let me give you an idea of the scope of this operation and how UA Grantham fits into this complex, diverse, and comprehensive educational system. The diversity of this system is truly unique. 7 two-year colleges, 5 four-year universities, medical school with a cutting-edge health and sciences center, 2 law schools, and everything else in between, including one of the nation's top high schools. The system also hosts the Archaeological Survey, a division of agriculture, and now one of the premier 100% online institutions in the country. Scaling up our desire and efforts to provide working adults and other underserved populations a high-quality online learning presence has been a priority for both the UA system and myself during my time as president. This opportunity to continue building upon the impeccable history tradition that Grantham has built since 1951 is a true honor for us. I have been fortunate to be the president of the UA system for roughly a decade, and I've spent my entire career working in higher education. I say most sincerely that graduation day is without a doubt the most fulfilling and meaningful day of the year. While I wish I could be congratulating all of you in person, there's one thing I know for sure about the UA Grantham family, which you are all now a part of. UA Grantham is resilient, it's perseverant, and it can adapt to whatever changes the world may throw at us. In my experience, there is no greater accomplishment than to achieve the higher education that prepares us for brighter futures and great successes. It has been our privilege to have walked beside you throughout this important journey. So on behalf of the University of Arkansas Grantham family of supporters, please accept our most sincere thanks for choosing UA Grantham and our loudest congratulations on this significant achievement. I also want to extend a very warm welcome from the 10-member Arkansas Governor-appointed Board of Trustees at the University of Arkansas. They oversee and guide the U of A system, and they wholeheartedly take much pride in days like we're celebrating today at all of our campuses, at all of our divisions, and all of our units. Now we have a wonderful ceremony in store for you, and I'm sure you're all anxious to get started. Normally, I would ask everyone to please silence their phones, but today, I ask that you all please take out your phones and share with us how you are viewing the ceremony and celebrating through social media with the hashtags you see provided. We want to be part of your celebration. Now let us begin our ceremony in the very best way possible by giving thanks.
Good afternoon and welcome. We gather here today understanding that we come from different places and cherish different beliefs and philosophies. It is within this diversity that we stand united in gratitude for this commencement. I now invite you to reflect quietly, expressing thanks for our many blessings and accomplishments. We are thankful for the graduates gathered today and for having had the opportunity to support their development and growth. Graduates, as we send you on your way, we trust you would have the fortitude to make a difference for good wherever you find yourselves in the years ahead. For education is not only about knowledge, but more so, it is about having the wisdom and courage to apply that knowledge to the greater good. To our graduates in military service and to our first responders and patient care providers, we are grateful for your protection of our freedoms and for all your sacrifices. May you continue to serve our country, communities, and all of humanity with integrity and honor. To all of the faculty, staff, and families who work tirelessly supporting our students and graduates, may you especially be a blessing to those whom you personally touch. Remember, graduates, your graduation symbolizes your role in a dynamic partnership with the University of Arkansas Grantham. You and the university are forever connected through our collective commitment to create a better education we celebrate today. From this pivotal point onward, go forth with gratitude, humility, and unbounding strength to make your impact as an individual and as part of the University of Arkansas Grantham, class of 2022.
Welcome, graduates and honored guests, to the 2022 University of Arkansas Grantham graduation ceremony. I am Lindsay Bridgman, University of Arkansas Grantham's Chancellor. The last 2 years have presented many challenges and obstacles we've had to overcome. But through it all, you pushed forward and stayed committed to your goal of earning a college degree, and we're here to celebrate your outstanding achievement. 2022 is a special year for the university as we hold our first commencement as University of Arkansas Grantham. There have been many exciting changes that have taken place since November, with many more exciting things to come in the near future. But from day one, Grantham, in all of its iterations, has been on a mission to do more for our students, providing more ways for you to succeed and get ahead in your career, as well as in life. And nothing has changed now that we are UA Grantham. If anything, it opens up more opportunities for not only the university, but the students and alumni as well. I am excited that so many of our graduates are participating here with us today as part of our first UA Grantham commencement. We have more than 500 graduates, and I'm sure many more family and friends celebrating with us today. Today, you're celebrating with classmates from all 50 states, as well as far away as American Samoa, Guam, and even Ghana. Class of 2022, you represent all ethnicities, all stages of life, and a broad spectrum of experiences. While most of you are in your 30s and 40s, your class stretches from 19 to 80 years young. Many of you are public servants. We recognize our graduates who are first responders on the front lines while completing your degrees. Many of you have military affiliations. 60% of you, in fact, you, along with your families, represent all branches of the military. I offer a heartfelt thanks to those of you who are serving or have served your country and communities. Many of you are the first in your families to earn a college education. Others of you are working on or have completed multiple degrees. 120 of you are graduating with honors. We recognize and congratulate you. When you chose to pursue higher education, you demonstrated that you wanted something more. You wanted more out of your career. You wanted more opportunities and more for yourself and your family. You achieved it. Now it's your turn to decide what to do with it. Class of 2022, I am so proud of you, and I know you will continue to make us all proud as you continue to change the world for the better and achieve new goals and milestones. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Michael Moore. Dr. Moore is the University of Arkansas System's Vice President for Academic Affairs and was instrumental in bringing Grantham and the University of Arkansas System together. He has a passion for building, launching, and managing innovative online degree programs and looks to lead UA Grantham through the future of online higher education. Graduates, please welcome Dr. Michael Moore.
It's an honor to be with you today to celebrate your outstanding academic achievement of becoming a college graduate. Earning a college degree, whether your first, your second, third, or fourth, is a momentous occasion that is worthy of a joyous recognition. Before we confer your degree and officially recognize your educational milestone, it's important that we recognize that none of you arrived at this moment on your own. While each of you have carved your own path to today, you were all supported along the way to one degree or another by someone else. The support may have come in the form of an encouraging word from a coworker who suggested you return to school to finish your degree, or perhaps it was a supervisor or faculty member who suggested that new doors might open if you earned a college credential. Perhaps the support came in the form of space and time carved out by a partner, a spouse, a loved one who knew you needed a little extra room to study or one more cup of coffee to get through a homework assignment. Perhaps it was the glimmer for a better future in your child's eye or a promise made to a loved one that provided the encouragement to complete one more assignment, one more class, one more term. Regardless of where your inspiration came from, it's important today to take time to remember and to thank those in your life that made this journey possible. So, to your support network, your spouses, partners, children, coworkers, supervisors, friends, faculty members, and academic advisors, thank you for helping these college graduates achieve their dreams. My request to each graduate is that you express gratitude to those that supported you when you have an opportunity, and more importantly, to pay the support you received forward by helping someone else graduate and reach their educational milestone. You know, writing and delivering a commencement address is a daunting task, not so much for the actual writing and the speaking, but because of the expectations. You see, I'm fully aware that I'm not a famous personality that you will remember years from now and tell your friends about. And I'm also fully aware that my remarks consume precious minutes in your day and delay the reason you are really here, which is to receive your degree. There is also an expectation that the commencement speaker provides some profound insight or sage wisdom that will guide you for the rest of your lives. Now, mind you, all this is supposed to happen in 5 to 10 minutes. It's a Herculean task, and I am well aware that I will likely fall short. Despite these unreasonable expectations, I will persist in the task at hand and try to provide some memorable thoughts for your future, for I surely have a better chance of succeeding there than having you remember the name of your commencement speaker years from now. Part of the challenge in delivering commencement remarks that will resonate with each and every one of you is that you have each traveled a unique journey to get here. For some, you are receiving a graduate degree that was carefully selected and intended to provide skills to help you excel in the workplace. For others, you are receiving an undergraduate degree that might be the result of multiple attempts at college, extended breaks from higher education, and the dogged persistence to graduate. Each of you have demonstrated a tremendous amount of grit and determination. You have completed this education journey during a pandemic when work, life, and family was simply more trying than at other times in recent history. You have fought through obstacles, you have persevered, and you have held on to the hope that tomorrow can be better than today. But there is another trait that each of you have displayed, one that I believe is in each and every one of our graduates. It is a trait that you would do well to cultivate for the future, and I believe it is a trait that is critical for your future success. Let me try to explain this trait by telling you the story from a world of sports. Michaela Shrifrin is a world-class athlete, perhaps unlike any athlete before her. Michaela is the youngest slalom champion in Olympic alpine skiing history, having obtained that honor before her 19th birthday. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, a 4-time world champion in slalom, and a 6-time winner of the World Cup in slalom. She is one of only 5 Americans to win a World Cup overall title, and she has actually done it 4 times. She is the most decorated World Cup athlete in history, and she is the only athlete, male or female, to win all 6 alpine ski world disciplines. She is also the only athlete, male or female, to win 50 World Cup races before the age of 24. And oh, did I mention she's just now 27 years of age? Simply put, Michaela can ski. So when Michaela arrived at the January 2022 Beijing Olympics, it wasn't so much a question as to whether she would win gold again. It was just assumed. It wasn't a question whether she would medal, but just how many medals would she win. She was, and is, the best. But if you follow the Olympics this year, besides the stories of the artificial snow and the masking protocols to avoid COVID, perhaps the single biggest Olympic story was about Michaela Shrifrin and the fact that she didn't earn a single medal. That's right, not a single medal in any event. And she wasn't even close. In her first event, giant slalom, she didn't finish. She skied off the course. The same thing happened in the regular slalom. She finished 9th in the Super G, 18th in the downhill. And then in the final event, the combined, she didn't finish again. 0 golds, 0 medals, not even close to the podium. So what happened? How did an athlete at the top of her game come up so short? Not just short as in winning silver or bronze, but short as in not being competitive. While lots of folks have attempted to dissect Shrifrin's Olympic performance, she has the best insight into what likely happened. There was lost practice time due to COVID restrictions, but those impacted every athlete at Beijing. She had battled through a back injury, but she'd been injured before and succeeded, and there were other athletes she was competing against that had nagging injuries. Perhaps more than anything, the explanation lies with her father, who passed away on February 2nd, 2020 at the age of 65. While Shrifrin was in Italy skiing that year, her father fell at home and had a serious head injury. Shrifrin rushed home and was by his side when he passed away a few days later. Following his death, Michaela continued to ski and never took time to come to terms with the grief of losing her father. She performed well, but there was something always missing: her father's presence. In post-Olympic interviews in 2022, Michaela commented how her father was always at the finish line with his camera, catching the moment when she came across the line. The pressure of the Olympics is unique. Unlike any other competition, the assumption was that she would blow away the competition, but the pressure was simply too much for her to bear without her rock, her father, there to capture the moment. He had taught her to ski. He was there for every step of her journey. And without her father, Michaela Shrifrin literally and figuratively lost her balance. That fine, important balance that allows you to handle life's challenges, to cope with new trials, new pressures, and still find a way to perform. When I first heard the story of Michaela, I was immediately reminded of students like those at the University of Arkansas Grantham. Yes, grit, determination, and perseverance matter. Michaela had that. When she skied off the course, she got back up, finished the race, and then she faced the harsh questions from the media. Even as the pressure mounted with each failed race in Beijing, she had the determination, the grit to continue racing. But the performance wasn't there because her world was out of balance. She had yet to come to terms with how her personal world had been upended and how it was impacting her professional and her personal life. Like Michaela, our students have faced obstacles. Sometimes it is pressure at work or home, extra hours required, or the arrival of a new child. Sometimes it's the unexpected need to care for a sick family member or deal with the death of a loved one. Sometimes finances are a bit short or there's simply not enough hours in the day. It takes grit and determination to fight through these obstacles. But it takes more than simple grit. You are here today because you have succeeded and because you have found the balance you need to move forward. You not only picked yourself up when you faced an obstacle, but you performed at a high level. You graduated. You found your balance. Michaela's 2022 Olympics did not start off or end well in Beijing. It was a professional disaster. But before the 2022 ski season was over, she had found her balance. She took time for herself. Just like you found your balance when you took a break from classes or pursued an unconventional path to earning your college degree. She finished the ski season with 3 more World Cup championships, 1 overall, 1 in Super G, and 1 in downhill. She found her balance, and success followed. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you for reaching this educational milestone. I hope that as you continue to make your way through life, that you continue to show the tenacity and grit necessary to overcome the obstacles that will inevitably arise. But more importantly, my greatest wish for you is that you have the wisdom to know when you need to pause for yourself, for your loved ones, for those around you, and to find your balance. Grit and determination without balance will result in tremendous evidence of effort, but results are not likely to meet our expectations. You may just keep digging the hole, making it ever deeper and deeper without ever climbing out. It takes balance in all phases of our life to be successful and well-rounded. Balance brings success in the workplace and at home. Balance brings success in professional and personal relationships. Balance sometimes requires a pause, a break, and some perspective. As you graduate and move forward, remember that grit, determination, and tenacity must be accompanied by balance. For balance is the difference between surviving and thriving, between merely finishing and succeeding. Congratulations on your academic achievement, and best wishes to you for a balanced future.
Thank you, Dr. Moore, for that wonderful message about the importance of balance and perseverance in your life. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nancy Miller.
Our faculty play a vital role in all that we do. It is a great honor to present our 2022 Outstanding Faculty Member of the Year Award to Judy Mason and recognize her for continued support of our students and her contributions to the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, as well as our academic community at UA Grantham. For nearly 8 years, Judy has been teaching, developing, and revising courses to provide the best possible educational experience for our students. She takes great care in ensuring each student understands the material by providing her assistance wherever it's needed. On behalf of every student who has benefited from your guidance and the rest of the faculty and staff who see the benefits of your efforts every day, we thank you for all that you do, Judy.
Thank you, Dr. Miller, and thank you, Judy. We are so grateful to have a dedicated instructor who exceeds expectations for our students every day. I speak on behalf of everyone at UA Grantham when I say thank you and congratulations. We are so proud of you. We would also like to honor our student graduates who were recognized for their exemplary academic performance and determination. Presenting these student awards is our Director of Student Advising, Michael Weathersby.
Good afternoon. I have the distinct pleasure of presenting our 2 student awards. Every year, the Distance Education Accrediting Commission Outstanding Graduate Award is given to a graduate who embodies the power of education has in overcoming challenges. The recipient of this year's award is Janet White, who has earned a master's degree in healthcare administration and is graduating with a 4.0 GPA. And this is the second time she has earned a master's degree from UA Grantham with a 4.0. As I got to know Janet, I learned that even though she had multiple leadership positions in healthcare organization, on-the-job training was not enough for her. Janet felt she was not well versed in the business aspect of healthcare, and she was determined to up her game. So she chose to earn a master's of healthcare administration to broaden her knowledge. Naturally, Janet decided to return to UA Grantham. The doors UA Grantham have opened for Janet are abundant. She advanced to a nurse manager covering all of surgical services, and her promotions did not stop there. Janet became the Assistant Director of Surgical Services, which led to her current role as the Interim Director of Surgical Services. The knowledge that Janet has gained from UA Grantham has made all this possible. Congratulations, Janet. We are so pleased to recognize you as the recipient of the 2022 Outstanding Graduate Award. The next award is presented to a graduate who has displayed resilience and perseverance while earning his or her degree as a member of the United States Armed Forces. The award is named in honor of former Vietnam prisoner of war and former Grantham University Board of Governors member, retired Navy Commander Everett Alvarez Jr. The recipient of the 2022 Commander Everett Alvarez Jr. Resilience Award is Virginia Lenser, an active duty service member. Virginia graduates magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. Her story of resilience is impressive. During her time working towards her degree, Virginia served as an active duty soldier, raised 3 children, and held 3 positions with increasing responsibilities in the military. Most recently, she was transferred to a state-level position where she manages the actions of more than 4,000 soldiers. Virginia is rightfully proud of her journey. As she told us, "I could not let my kids see their mom give up when the finish line was so close. Now I'm able to show them how hard work and perseverance pays off." Please join me in congratulating Virginia Lenser and all members of the Armed Forces, present and past, who are graduating today. Now, I would like to bring back Chancellor Lindsay Bridgman for our honorary degree presentation and to confer the degrees for our graduates.
Thank you, Michael. As you know by now, this year's commencement is our first commencement as the University of Arkansas Grantham. But of course, this is not our first commencement as a university. In fact, this year we're marking our 71st anniversary of serving students. The university was founded in 1951 by Donald Grantham, a veteran who served in World War II and wanted to make education more broadly accessible for veterans and service members. In 2000, the Grantham family transferred ownership of the university to the Level Playing Field Corporation, led by Tom Macon. By that point in his life, Tom was a successful entrepreneur and businessman. Tom was supportive of his employees' education, so he decided that his next venture would be focused on making education accessible, especially for those who never had the opportunity to pursue a traditional education. This common vision for access to education convinced the Grantham family that he was the right fit for the future of the university. Over the next 20 years, Tom guided us through the transition from distance education to online education and increased the number of affordable degree programs offered by the university, which have served tens of thousands of students and graduates. In 2021, after over 2 decades of successful stewardship of Grantham University, Tom decided that it was time for a new generation of leaders to guide the university. In looking for new stewards, he proposed that Grantham University join the University of Arkansas system. What is noteworthy about joining the University of Arkansas system is that Tom found a way to carry on the legacy of Donald Grantham. Like Donald Grantham, Tom has always been concerned about providing an affordable, high-quality education. Many other schools raised their tuition. Grantham University did not. When the pandemic hit, Tom found a way to extend the tuition discount previously reserved for members of the military to nurses, medical personnel, and first responders. Tom's legacy with Grantham University has been one of caring for students, staff, and the community. In 2005, Grantham was located in Slidell, Louisiana, and was devastated by Hurricane Katrina. Although the daily operations were completely upended, Tom made certain that the university was quickly restored. Tom shepherded the relocation of the university and staff to Kansas City, Missouri. Housing was arranged, mental health counseling provided, and staff were provided with resources to get back on their feet and to return home to check on their personal losses in the aftermath of Katrina. This is just one of the many examples that illustrates Tom's commitment to Grantham University. Since arriving in Kansas City, Tom and his wife, Deborah, have been deeply involved in the community and organizations that support Grantham's mission. In 2011, Tom was honored with the W.E.B. Du Bois Award by the Blacks in Government Retired Members Chapter. In 2020, the Johnson County NAACP recognized Grantham University with 9 separate awards, all because of their efforts and commitment to the community. And for more than a decade, Grantham University was a job sponsor for the work-study program of the Cristo Rey Kansas City, which provided internship jobs at the university as a way to introduce students to the world of work. As Tom and Deborah took one final stroll through the hallways of Grantham, their deep personal connection to the staff, the community, and most importantly, the students, was readily apparent. Tom Macon has devoted much of his life to improving the lives of others, and for that, we are forever thankful. In recognition of Tom Macon's stewardship of Grantham University and his positive impact on countless students and graduates, the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas System confers upon Mr. Macon an honorary Bachelor's of Business Administration degree. Congratulations, Tom, and thank you for all you have done for the University of Arkansas Grantham. Your leadership, humanity, kindness, and grace will leave a lasting legacy. Now, to the reason we are all here. We are proud to present the undergraduate and graduate candidates for each of our colleges. We will go in order, starting with the associate and bachelor's degree candidates in each school, followed then by the master's level candidates. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present the University of Arkansas Grantham Class of 2022 undergraduate and graduate candidates from the College of Business, Management, and Economics.
Andre Backscheider, Cornica Ballard, Samantha Beal, Layla DeCastro, Robert Evans, Gino Quentin Fisher, Maria Michelle Gaddy, Jalacia Green, Kendall Harrington, Crystal Jackson, Tracy Iokas, Cynthia Matapano, Jessica Maxwell, Adrian May, Michelle Shinkai. Felicia Seeley. Kiki Smith. Madison Stott. Tiffany Williams. Nisha Mary Aponte. Diego Arciniegas Castro. Quanesha Barnett. Crystal Diane Bean. Tyler Beasley. Robert Boynton III. Rachel Brooks. Tanisha Bryant. Lamond Campbell. Marie Chandler. Mary Angeles Centrone. Tyler Creighton. Robert Kramer. Byron Dickens. Michael Dotson. Margarita Douglas. Jessica Edmond. Landis Edwards. Montarian Edwards. Angel Faggins. Tammy Foster. Nicole Genus. Jean Stefan Guerrer. Christopher Gillen. Dakota Gutierrez. Valerie Jacoby. Keisha Johnson. Trudaya Johnson. Tiara Kelso. Daniela Key. Khalil Knight. Nicholas Cutel. Chris Lee. Kimberly Lindsay. Precious Lunsford. Michael McGuire. Sharon McRae. Tiffany Nicole Miller. Ruthie Morton. Eric Nyberg. Christopher Pollard. Alicia Richardson. Mildred Rose. Guadalupe Sanchez. Shaterika Shedrick. John Seatstra. Chelsea Simmons. Jessica Sparks. Richard Tammer. Lahaina Taufa Asau Tui Olosenga. Christopher Taylor. DePortia S. Tellis. Michelle Todd. Maddie Rose Tunheim. Richard Walker. Nicole Wilhelm, Timothy Williams, Tadesse Burhi, Jefferson Thomas, Stacy Adams, Felicia Alexandra, Danielle Bryant, Rebecca Jean Hutchins, Christina Ramsey, Anthony Schofield, Marie Shirey Harrison, Lena Vang, Aaron Bankston, Jessica Chung, Virginia Lenser, Crystal Valera, Donald Boder, Reva Johnson, Tibia McNeil, Christian Albrecht, Christian Andrades, Tracy Barbeau, Benjamin Lewis Bridges Sr., Gwendolyn Carmouche, Srinivas Chenavajela, Sheila Clay, Lakeisha Clemens, Catherine Coates, Pamela D. Cook, Jennifer Cooper, Tracy Dabeline, Adam Foster, Jeremy Gedeon, Tisha Giles, Jessica Ginnings, Christopher Hebert, Grant Konbalanov, J.R. Medella Lacambra, Relly Lorenzo, Devin Love, Karen Mallinger, Shannon McCutcheon, Kaylee Mom, Cedric Newton, Regina Rogers, Alfred Roy, Christopher Rutter, Terica Smith, Misty Sullivan, Letitia Tariquez, Eric Thorsbacken, Erica Tyson, Kim Wingate, Craig Boyd, Jason Hickey, Bruce Powell III, Rebecca Sherman, Sandal Wasim, John Atkinson, Brandon Bundgaard, Sheila Edwards, Wendy Flegel, Christopher Green, Lonnie Johnson, Jesse Kovac, Desmond Littlejohn, Jessica Mayers, Ibu Seka, Samuel Keith Simpson, Jacoby Smith, Tracy Whitaker, Stephen Whippler, Kwame Bonney, Justin Collake, Tylesian Andrus, Jamal Avington, Yanira Forrester, Desmond Graham, Kamar Hamilton, Lajamise Jones, Ashley Lampert, Melissa Lewis, Lavelle Miller, Lauren Rentschler, Emelina Chargaloff San Augustine, Heather Squire, Piper Stewart, Shamira Walker.
Now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas, I confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been certified by the faculty together with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. And in keeping with tradition, undergraduates, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left in recognition of your achievement. Master's graduates, we would also like to recognize your impressive accomplishment. Congratulations to you all on your success. Before we officially conclude today's ceremony, I want to leave you with one more thought. You did it. You persevered and stayed true to yourself and your goal, and you are here today at the finish line. You all should be so proud of yourselves. On behalf of everyone at University of Arkansas Grantham, I want you to know how tremendously proud of you we all are. Remember, you are part of the University of Arkansas Grantham family, and we care about you and we want to hear from you. We want to see you reach your highest pillars of success, personally, professionally, and educationally. I want to thank you all for joining us today and making this such a special day. Stay safe and stay well.